The reporters would never ask me the right questions. They would always ask, "Are you scared or are you nervous?" Well, of course I wasn't scared. I was well prepared and trained for this moment. The thing I was afraid of most was the reporters themselves. My first hot air balloon solo was why they were all there, and I couldn't exactly figure out why it was such a big deal to them. I mean, I guess it was because I was just 9 years old. I was born in 2002, here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the ballooning capital of the world. Annually, Albuquerque hosts the largest ballooning event in the world, with 600 balloons in the air at one time. Both of my parents were, and still are, balloon pilots, along with my great-grandfather and two of my grandparents. I took my first flight at 11 months old, as a passenger, of course. And at first, I was terrified of the propane burners. They produce 15 million BTUs per hour, and a lot of noise. In comparison, your home furnaces probably produce around 100,000 BTUs per hour. I mean, seriously, who wouldn't be afraid? They were loud metal things that spewed fire into the sky. Scary, right? Well, this didn't last too long, because at the age of 4, my father let me use the burner while we were on the ground. This sparked my interest for the amazing sport. My dad wasn't just any balloon pilot. He had nearly 60 world records and over 5,000 hours in countless different balloons. Because of this, traveling around the world to fly was pretty normal to us. It was in Turkey, at the age of 7, while we were visiting my father, that I began to think about flying alone in a balloon. We thought about it a lot, and not too long after, we pondered the idea of me flying solo before I was at the minimum soloing age in a standard balloon of 14 years old. We looked into how we could make this possible, and we found out that if a balloon is under 155 pounds, it is considered as an ultralight vehicle. This means that anyone can fly it, no matter what age or experience level they're at. With the help of a lot of friends and family, we designed and began to build my ultralight hot air balloon. We started by cutting the fabric into panels. Next, we had to tie-dye the balloon. We wanted my balloon to be original and unique, so tie-dyeing it was the best way to go. Finally, we sewed the balloon. This whole process to people. Eventually, the media got involved. It started with Associated Press, and after that, it basically went worldwide. There were articles, news reports, and plenty of interviews. And I hadn't even done anything yet. Well, finally, after all that hard work, we built a 32,000 cubic foot balloon, about a third of the size of a normal balloon. I had to practice for the big flight, so, with a lot of help from my dad, we set up my basket in the backyard, and we worked on emergency procedures, such as what to do in case of a fire, or how to turn off the fuel at the end of the flight. Not only that, I also did some tethers with my balloon. A tether is when the balloon is tied off to the ground so you can practice landings. Not only that, but I had about 4 times the amount of instructional hours of a normal student prior to solo. You can't do this. Are you insane? Are you sure your parents are letting you do this? That's what I would always hear. And no matter how many people tell you that you can't do it, don't listen to them. Finally, after all that planning, practice, and persistence, I was ready to solo. 2.5 years and 2 inches ago, on the morning of June 4th, 2011, I soloed my hot air balloon in this basket. And a few answers to commonly asked questions. I flew for 26 minutes just south of Albuquerque. I went for about a mile and to a maximum of 1,000 feet above ground. From there, my dad's truck looked like a toy car. I flew with 3 other balloons in the air and plenty of chase crew. It was a beautiful morning, and it was extremely exciting to be in the air all on my own. And yes, I was alone. Though I didn't want to land just yet, my parents had other ideas. So, I safely piloted my balloon back down to the earth on a road. I was known as the youngest person to ever solo in a hot air balloon. After the landing, we had a large celebration with cake, cider, and silly string. There were friends and family there to see me, and it was one of the best times of my life. All in all, when you have an idea that seems fun, but people tell you it's crazy, find the people that can help you, and do it anyway, because you never know where it might take you. Just this one flight has led me to Mexico twice for balloon festivals, California for a game show on Nickelodeon, and here, on the TEDxABQED stage. Now, even my dad's records are in sight. So, even if those reporters, or anyone, are asking you the wrong questions, go prove them wrong and do what you want to do, no matter how old you are. Use the planning, practice, and persistence that got me where I am today, because you never know where it might take you.